Let me yield to Katherine Clark on that issue, who's done an extraordinarily amazing job as our whip in this narrow Congress. And despite the claims of some of my Republican colleagues who have spent a lot of time over the last 2 weeks talking about some big, massive mandate, I'm looking for it. That doesn't mean that we don't have to make adjustments to make sure that we can get beyond fighting House Republicans with a national wave on top of us to a draw. But the question about this notion of some mandate to make massive far right extreme policy changes, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And so in the new Congress, for anything to happen, particularly as it relates to an enlightened spending agreement or ensuring that America does not default on our debt and crash the economy and hurt everyday Americans for the first time in our nation's history, it's clear House Republicans cannot do it on their own.
We're not off to a great start on this new governing majority that they have that's going to continue to be very close when the first question of this press conference has nothing to do with how we have security at our borders, how we make sure that every American has a fair shot, how we make sure that we have a budget by the end of the year. As we look out into the debt ceiling, how do we ensure we do not take our economy and the global economy off the cliff? What are they talking about there on day one? Is where one member out of 435 is going, where she is going to use the bathroom. That is their focus. So this is not a great start for how we start to turn the focus to the American people. It is where the House Democratic Caucus lives. This is our purpose. We understand that we are the closest connection to the people. And that is exactly where our work is going to be. And you've seen it demonstrated over the last 2 years that we met their chaos, their division, their scapegoating, their creating issues that are not important. The American people say, mind your own business about where people do their business. But what they do want you to talk about is making an economy that works for them. Affordable housing, childcare that people can access. These are the issues that we will continue to push. This is the governing role that this caucus has taken on because the GOP has remained mired in their own chaos and division.